It's officially 7 years ever since I started trading, and I've received over 217 payouts, and I've made over $1 million from the trading markets. But it wasn't always like this. I started off as a college student. I was working 2 jobs just to be able to make ends meet, to pay my rent, and then save up some money to finally fulfill my dream of becoming a consistently profitable trader. And for over 3 years, I saw absolutely no results from my trading. 2 years of straight unprofitability, and 1 year of being break even, until I finally saw my breakthrough and I started seeing consistent profitability. And I know exactly what triggered it. And this is why in this video, I want to talk about what made me a consistently profitable trader. So for you, it doesn't have to take as long as it took me. Now, there's 4 points that I'm going to make, and every single one builds on each other. So you want to make sure that you don't miss any of these. So the first one is that I absolutely obsessed over the basics. I tried everything. I tried market structure, I tried trend lines, I tried raw price action, I tried smart money concepts. I tried smart money concepts twice until I finally became a profitable trader. And none of these strategies did it for me. Funnily enough, I spent over $10,000 just on my trading education, just to have to go back to the basics and then learn from scratch. Now, what did I actually do? I focused on 3 core things. Number 1, it was direction. If you don't know the direction of the market, then you will never become a profitable trader. And now you might say, but Kimmel, there's so many other things. No, there isn't. Direction is everything. Every single time that you enter in a position, you're predicting that the market is more likely to move in one direction than it is to move in another direction. So what makes you think that you can override the idea that you need to predict the direction of the market consistently? And so direction is 1000% number 1, the main thing that you have to master. If your mentorship, if whoever you are paying, and if you're not paying, if whoever you are learning from does not talk about direction, then you don't ever want to learn from that person, because you know that long term it will never be profitable. And point number 4 is going to put all of this together very, very well, because I will explain exactly why. Number 2 is going to be market structure. Market structure is incredibly key, because once paired with direction, you will be able to consistently find entries. Entries are not the basics, funnily enough. Entries are a side effect of the basics. So direction, market structure, and then you're going to find liquidity, because liquidity is going to be incredibly important for you to actually know where to take your profits. Liquidity is important for your entries and for your take profits, but market structure and direction are way more important. Now, the basics is something that took me very long to figure out, but guess what? Right now, because I focus so much on the basics, I consider my strategy to be one of the most simple ones, not only to learn, but to become profitable in. And I also consider our risk management to be incredibly strong. As you can see, the amount of detail that I can go into risk management or even our strategy, which is focused on the basics. And if this is something that you're looking for, a strategy to get you consistently profitable still this year, then make sure to check the first link in the description, where you're going to have direct access to me. You're going to get market breakdowns every single day, live trading sessions, live Q&As, anything you might need to master those basics, get a strategy, get an entry model, and finally become profitable and get funded in just 90 days. By the way, as we're talking about focusing on the basics, one of the most important things for you once you become a profitable trader is to choose the right prop firm. And here's my basics for this. Choose a prop firm that has been around for a long enough period of time and that has paid out a lot and that is top ranking in the number of payouts. And the prop firm that I mostly use is Funded Next. So check out the link in the description and use code Kimmel to always get the best discount code. Let's continue. But after the basics comes exactly what I told you right before this, which is I mastered one strategy. Again, I was hopping from strategy to strategy. As I've said before, I went from market structure to trend lines to raw price action to smart money concepts and smart money concepts again. It was all just me looking for something better. And that's the problem. Every single time that you're looking for that new concept, that magical concept that would make you maybe not take this loss, not only are you not thinking right, but also you're never going to find it. Because the truth is that the market is a balance between 3 things: strike rate, risk to reward, and trade frequency. And the truth is that if you have a high risk to reward, you're going to have a lower strike rate. And if you have a high strike rate, or you want a high strike rate, then you just have to understand that you have to sacrifice your risk to reward. And the trade frequency is going to always be in tandem with whatever you want to sacrifice. So you don't need more concepts. You just need to master one thing. And that thing, again, needs to focus on the basics. If it doesn't have the basics, stop listening to it. Please do yourself a favor right now. And if your mentor or whoever you are learning from does not talk consistently about direction, just go away. Oh, but I swear it's not direction, it's your psychology. That's point number 3. I stopped focusing on trading psychology. Trading psychology is the most overused term ever in trading. I talk with so many traders on a daily basis, be it on Instagram, be it on Telegram, wherever it is. I talk with traders on a daily basis and I try to figure out what they believe that they're struggling with the most. And most of them tell me that it's the trading psychology. But then when I look at their strategy, I understand that it's not a trading psychology problem. It's the fact that they don't understand the basics. They haven't mastered one strategy. And even if they have, it's a strategy that is simply based on the wrong things. For example, it's just trying to chase that magical trade where you catch the reversal and oh my god, I'm such a good trader. It's completely against what the market is ever going to give you. So it doesn't matter if you have amazing trading psychology or not. If your trading strategy is trash, then you'll never become profitable, right? And the way you know this is, again, with the points that I've talked about before. I don't need to be honing this over and over again. And now in line with that, let me talk about what is the easiest way to neutralize your emotions as much as possible. This is something that if you apply today and if you apply this mindset, you will never feel as much emotion as you're feeling right now. And that is, and it's going to sound simple, but again, focus on the basics. You have to forecast every single day. And no, I'm not talking about some drawings on the charts. I'm talking about every single day before the session open, before you go onto the charts. Well, as soon as you get to the charts, I want you to make a video of you forecasting exactly what you want to see. And I might say, well, Kemal, I have to record and all this. It doesn't matter. If you have a computer or if you have a phone, you have a microphone and you have something to record with. TradingView, by the way, on the computer allows you to record your screen. You don't need any more fancy equipment besides your computer. And if you trade from a phone, like just purely from a phone, are you really that serious? It's like, yes, I know sometimes people are working, you don't have access to the computer. That's fine. But if you purely just trade from a phone, come on. You really think that you're going to be in the sofa just chilling and making profits? No. Every single day, I get to my computer, I get to my desk, I do my forecast, I send it to Fund the Trading Blueprint, and then I trade in front of everyone. And if this is something that you want to see every single day, then check the first link in the description. And still, I tell all of my students to do this too. It's not just watching mine, it's doing it themselves too. Because here's the thing, why is forecasting so important? I want you to rewind this because this is going to be kind of a stupid sentence, right? But I haven't found a way to simplify this. If you forecast a position, you don't take it, and that position would have resulted in a loss, that is actually a bigger loss than if you forecasted the position, took that trade, and took a loss. Not taking the loss is a bigger loss than taking the loss. Now, I want you to rewind this for you to understand this once again. Why is this the case? Because when you forecast, you are as unemotional as possible. Because when the market opens, the market is going to react and it's going to do something that if you are not expecting, it's going to trigger this ecstasy in you. Oh my God, how can I execute? How can I do this or what? And this happened to me all the time, by the way. When I was trading smart money concepts, my God, I was trading the 1 minute chart, the 5-second chart, and believe me, I struggled because the market would move a little bit and all of a sudden I would be like all over the place. Oh, okay, what do I do? I didn't know what I was focusing on. I had no idea of what the basics were. I had no plan and I had no process. And if there's one process that I recommend you doing for the rest of your life, it is going to be forecasting. I tell this to all my students. Forecasting is the one process that you have to do every single day. And if you don't, you should not be trading on that specific day. And I want to leave you with this one thing that completely changed my life forever. I started studying successful people a lot. And one of the things that came up all the time was first principles thinking. First principles thinking. First principles thinking. First principles thinking. And I was thinking, what the fuck is first principles thinking? And then I started looking deeper into that, and it's the idea that you don't think about the holistic approach of what trading is, what your strategy is. You think about the core pillars that make trading work, such as direction, risk management, knowing where to put your stops. Therefore, you need market structure. Therefore, you need liquidity. Therefore, you're going to get targets. So it's something that builds from the ground up instead of seeing a built house and be like, I want that. You don't see what is underneath. So I started thinking in first principles, and this is where everything changed for me. This is when I started focusing on the basics. This is when I started focusing on mastering one simple strategy that I now teach inside of Funded Trading Blueprint. If you want to make sure that it doesn't take you as long as it took me, because it took me 3 years to become profitable. And right now, after 1 month, traders are seeing absolute massive differences. And trading has now become more of an art, of a process of showing up every single day, forecasting every single day, looking at the direction, market structure, liquidity, doing proper risk management every single day. And once I started doing that, not only did my emotions go down by a lot, so trading psychology didn't become that big of a thing anymore after spending $10,000 in trading psychology courses, but also I finally started seeing consistent profitability. I've received over 217 payouts, and I've been able to have massive trades, making over $1 million from trading in total. And to be honest, it wasn't cheap to get here. I spent tens of thousands of dollars to learn from amazing traders, to get a little bit from them, to understand how they think, to understand what their trades are, to understand that all of them are focusing on the same thing. And that is what sped up my process so much. So with that, if you want to learn from myself so I can make sure that it speeds up your process of becoming a consistently profitable trader, check out the first link in the description. It's not cheap, but at the end of the day, if it's speeding up your process by 3 years, how much is 3 years of your life worth it? So with that, if you want to check out my full strategy, check this video right here. If you want to check out the prop firm that I'm max allocated with, check out Funded Next right here and use code Kimmel to always get the best discount code. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.